So welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the Booze by Rob production facilities here, you know, at Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, so production staff and I have been talking a lot about what we're going to be doing coming up, and there's a lot of really cool, exciting stuff we're going to be doing. Give you a couple highlights. We've got a Negroni spiff that's coming on. Got to wait for a piece of equipment to get that, and we're going to be doing a series on sours. So whiskey sours, pisco sours, those type of drinks, and probably maybe 10 cocktails in that series. So we might actually start doing 2 cocktails in one. And last but not least, this week, it's kind of hard to say, but we are working on filming some cocktails out of this country. I'm not going to mention the country, but if you know where we go in the spring, and you know, you might know. All right, but that's to be coming. So a lot of cool stuff coming up, and if you want to hit that subscribe button, it sure would help us. And also, you know, if you hit that alert, every time we post a video, you'll get notified of it. So we also got coming up is some cold weather. So in doing some research for upcoming shows, we got to this one. And I literally typed in hot cocktails, and hot buttered rum came up. And I was like, that's going to be perfect. We're going to get some cold weather this next week, and this might be the perfect time for a hot cocktail instead of what we normally do, which are cold cocktails. So without any further ado, we're going to start building this one. It's really simple. And by the way, the place smells fantastic because we've got all these spices out. Really cool stuff. We're going to start off, and I've already pre-measured a bunch of stuff, with 2 teaspoons of brown sugar. And this is going into a coffee cup. And I got the clear kind because I thought it was kind of cooler to actually see what was going on inside the cocktail. So we got that. We have a tablespoon of softened butter. So yeah, if you can take it out of the fridge a little bit, it'll melt faster with the hot water. Ask me how I know. Next, we're going to get into our spices. Yeah, not bitters, but spices. First one is going to be a vanilla extract. And this is not just any vanilla extract, of course, because you know how I do. This is from a great company, Homespun Goods. It's owned by a fraternity brother of mine, Tim. And if you're in the Forreston, Illinois area, you know about Tim and his vanilla. But I'm going to put a link to his Etsy below, because he makes really high quality stuff. This stuff takes like a year to make because of the way he does it. Really traditional and fantastic. So we're going to use, and I just transferred it over to a bitters bottle. I'm going to use about 3 dashes. It calls for a splash, and I don't know what a splash is. So 1, 2, 3. Once again, this is to taste. You could go nuts on this. Now we're going to have some dry spices, which is kind of new for the channel. We've got cinnamon, and we're just going to take a pinch. You don't need a ton because cinnamon is a very powerful, all of these are powerful spices. The next is nutmeg, and these are ground, obviously. You don't want to use a whole nutmeg. And the last one is allspice. All right, so got that taken care of. Now we go to the rum. Well, which rum to use? You want to use a dark rum. Well, I'm using Glen's Creek Captain Bonnie's Privateer Select Rum. Took a trip up to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, and this is one of the stops, and you get bourbon on the Bourbon Trail, not rum, but I did. Really cool. David is a great guy. He's up there making some really great stuff in a really historic distillery. I'll put a link to him below. Good stuff, good people. We're going to use 2 ounces. And of course, if you can't find this, use a high quality dark rum. And if you can find this one, you get extra points. We're almost done, folks. So now what we have to do is get that butter to melt. And we're going to do that through, and we use a teapot here of hot water. So this has already been heating, and you can see the steam. And the hot water is going to dilute the cocktail, and it's also going to melt the butter. And the warmer the butter is, the faster it will melt. And you get a nice little, if you see over there, little top on it. So this is going to take a little bit to melt, which is fine. You got time. And then the garnish will be a cinnamon stick. Just dunk it in there. And since that that butter hasn't quite finished melting. I'm going to steal the sample one here from our Stormtrooper friend. By the way, have you noticed these in the videos? Go back and look. All right, I'm going to try this one. Hot buttered rum to get us through the winter that we're so tired of. I know we are. Here we go. That's delicious. You might play with the amount of spices. You might like it a little sweeter. This is one that's really, I'm pretty satisfied as it is. And the butter coats the inside of your mouth. If you haven't tried one of these, it's time, folks. So cheers, stay safe, and enjoy the hot buttered rum. And stay safe in the weather, guys. That's good.